figure while I'm out here walking, I'll just share some thoughts about diet and exercise. I think for the most part, when we think about diet, I know when I think about diet, we think about it something temporary that we're going to do to get that weight under control. And I'm going to go on a diet. You hear people say that all the time. I'm going to go on a diet. But the truth of the matter is what I need to do, and I'm just talking to myself because I don't want the people to say, well, look, she's got weight to lose. Who is she to counsel me on what to do about my body? I'm talking about my body, and I'm hoping that the revelations that I get about my own body will also inspire you. So it's like I've learned that it's not about going on a diet. It's not about that. It's about changing my diet so that I can maintain my weight and stay healthy. And another thing too is like, for me, it's more important for me to be healthy and energetic and feel good than it is for me to be have a skinny little body or have a body that looks like someone else. My body has never been a skinny little body, so it's just ridiculous for me to be trying to reach for that. But a slim body, a healthy body, a body that doesn't let me down if I have to break out and run suddenly because craziness is going on. I don't want to be that person that gets trampled in the crowd because I can't run, I don't want to be that person that can't pick up, 25 pounds of a backpack with 25 pounds of things in it, because I'm trying to, bug out. I'm trying to bug out. My backpack is 25 pounds and I can't even lift it. That's not good. I need to be strong enough to be able to move this body around, And I don't know what condition your health is in, whoever is watching this, but I think that every one of us can improve our health condition if we give it a try, if we just want to. I mean, a lot of people don't want to. They just would rather not and just deal with whatever comes, But I'm not that person. I really want to be healthy. And I thank God today. I have to give him some praise this morning. First of all, he woke me up. Hallelujah. He woke me up. I'm clothed in my right mind. Hallelujah for that. I am still mobile, as you can see, because I'm walking around this park. So hallelujah. And I'm thankful. And I want to honor God with this body so that he knows how thankful I am, because at my age, oh my goodness, there's so many people who their bodies are just falling apart. I mean, they have every kind of disease. They're taking 4 or 5 meds just to maintain their health. And this is not a braggadocious statement. It's just a fact that God has preserved me. It's not, I don't really feel that I earned it in any way. I didn't do anything special, but I don't take any medication. I've never been a person that liked to take medication either. I used to tell my kids when they start saying, oh, I got a headache, or, oh, I don't feel good. I'd tell them to go drink some water. Let's go drink some water. Let's drink some tea. Let's start flushing whatever jumped into your body, whatever germ you got. Let's start flushing it out. That's always my way. And they will tell you that I didn't give them a whole bunch of medications when they were growing up. Barely the bare minimum, So I just, that's just been my motto. There's got to be a reason why I'm in pain. There's got to be a reason why I have a headache or whatever, For those of you who are still going through the female cycle, I know there's times where, goodness gracious, your body just wants to make you shut completely down. One of my daughters used to have a real hard time with cramps, and she would just be out of it for a whole day, the first day. So I understand that, and we did used to, I did, give her something for those cramps, some Tylenol, but mostly some tea. And but it wasn't a thing where you just keep on popping these pills all the time. It was just something to ease the pain for the moment, taking half the dose or a minimum dose, just and sleep it off and rest it out. But this is not any kind of advice. So here's a disclaimer. Everybody's body is different. I realize that. I know that to be true. And I've had to say that to my doctors who try to treat me like, you can look in the book and say, oh, you're feeling this, let me give you that. It's like, no, you can't treat everybody's body the same. So for me, I just feel like I want to know why I'm in pain. I want to know why my legs swole up. I want to know why my joints hurt. And those are the questions I always ask my doctor, like, why is this happening? At my age, they will say, well, it's just old age. You're getting older, and, people have arthritis at your age, and, people start having diabetic issues at your age. And I'm like, look, I have not done anything to deserve to be a diabetic. So tell me something else. So I am, other than genetics, but I fight against it. I just fight against it and try to keep this body as healthy and as strong as God will allow me to. So yeah, anyway, that's some random little rambling. And other things, I know I've been talking about eating well, about exercise, and about mental health. And I'm going to tell you that doing what I'm doing right now will check 2 of those boxes for you all in one. Okay? Walking. It's not stressful to the body. It's not stressful on the joints. Get you some good walking shoes. I have on some cute little Converse. They're dirty, but I have on some Converse Superstars, whatever, and I got the cute ones that has a little embroider on the back, just to make myself feel good. But you need something with some good cushion on the bottom of your feet, and that way it cushions the blow when you walk. So walking is an excellent form of not only exercise, but also maintaining your mental health. Because as you walk, you can talk to the Lord and pray. You can consider what things you need to do today and what things you really don't have to deal with. You can just kind of go through a mental debriefing as you're walking. I think this is my, second lap around here. When you see that trash can, that's a lap. I think that's lap 2. Anyway, walking. I mentioned on my live, which I probably won't put up because for some reason it just wants to glitch and glitch and glitch. And until I get a device where I can, my internet and my live stream is not glitching like that, because that's not enjoyable for anyone, I will probably put up a video like this as my check-in. And you can put your comments below to respond to anything that I discuss or any links that I give you. You can put your comments below and I will respond to every single one. what I'm about to say might be embarrassing to someone else, but it's totally not embarrassing to me. And that is, I mentioned to you that I lost 70 pounds some years ago when I was overseas. And the thing I didn't mention is that during that time, I said, you know what, when I saw the weight just starting to drop off and I just felt like I was getting my weight under control, I decided that I wanted to write about it. So I started to write down all the things that I was learning as I was on that weight loss journey. I wrote down, discussions about how I felt about my body before I started the weight loss journey and how I was, how people responded to me. It's interesting when you are an obese person, how people respond to you, because they look at you as someone who's totally unhealthy. They're always trying to help you, like, are you okay? People were treating me like a fragile old lady. At that time, I was, I was 54, I think. And, people, as I was, there's a lot of different things that I wrote about how people would respond to me, how they treated me during that time. And I just, I just had it with that, because I was like, wait, why are they treating me like an old lady? I'm only 54 years old. I mean, I got to get it together. So I started writing about it. I wrote about how people treated me before I lost the weight, and I wrote about how people treated me after the weight fell off. It was kind of a miraculous thing, how people started talking to me and people started approaching me after I lost the weight. It's interesting. And I also wrote about missed opportunities, how, because of my weight, I'm a singer. And the reason I was over there was because I was teaching gospel music to people in the community as an outreach for the church. And so people love my voice. It's a gift from God. And but the thing is that a lot of opportunities pass me by because of my weight, because people expect that someone who's going to stand up before people and perform is going to have a certain look about herself. I don't think that it's necessary for just to be a singer that you've got to be a supermodel and you got to look like whomever. But I think that you should be the best version of yourself, because you're representing yourself and God. So that conviction came over me while I was there. I was like, okay, I missed some opportunities to take some big stages and share my original music. And it got by me because I wasn't taking care of my health. I didn't look like a healthy person. So anyway, there's story after story in there, and discussions about eating food as a child and how food became like a comfort as a child, and at church and every place else you went, food was the central focus and the thing that made people happy. So it just became the go-to to make me happy whenever I felt. Yeah, so I was saying that, food became the go-to to make me happy, just out of a habit formed from childhood and growing up in our community. That's what we did. We had cookouts, we had barbecues, we had potlucks, we had, fish dinners and chicken dinners and all that stuff after church. Church Sundays was a good feast out day, on good food. And we would eat foods that were high calorie, high fat, even the vegetables were cooked a lot. A lot of the nutrition was probably cooked out of the food, the greens, the green beans, so that's how we used to eat. So I wrote about that in the book also. I also wrote shared some thoughts about depression in the book, and how your mind can just take you places that you never intended to go. You know, it's like your mind can really just put you in a place of depression where you just don't even want to do life. You know, you're just like, I give up. I give up. I don't want to do this anymore. I just want to check out. And that's why a lot of people commit suicide, because they feel like, hey, I don't fit into the world. My life is not worth living. I don't fit the mold. I'm lonely. No one understands me. I mean, you can just go down that rabbit hole of bad feelings and thoughts. And I shared in the book some ways to combat that, and some ways that I have overcome the negative thoughts, because they're gonna come. Trust me, they are. And in the world we're living in right now, they're gonna be coming at you like sharp arrows, because that's just the way the enemy works. But you know, your mind is a powerful weapon. You can overcome pretty much anything if you get your mind right, you know. So I just wanted to point you to that. If you want to support me, or support my channel, or support my weight loss journey, or jump on board and see some of the things I've already learned in trying to manage the weight and managing the weight, because I feel like I have somewhat of a success story. Because man, if you saw how I ate before I started this journey, before I lost that 70 pounds, if you saw what I ate in a day, you would be like, I don't know how you're still alive. And I shared some of that too in the book. So the name of the book, once again, is The Metamorphosis of Princess Kizziemae. I know that's a long name, but remember, Princess Kizziemae. You know, my channel is called Kizzy's Place. That's kind of where the name comes from. The name is sort of a nickname for me. So, yeah, if you will, go pick it up and give me your thoughts on it. Yeah, go give me your thoughts on it. Let's see. So I think I've had about, I don't know, maybe 5 laps now around this park. When I get done, I'll tell you how many steps that turned out to be. In fact, on one of the walks around, I think I'll count the steps. So, other thoughts. Once again, we're working on eating better, exercising regularly, and dealing with our stress and keeping stress under control. And like I said, walking checks 2 of those boxes. You know, it checks 2 of those boxes, because you feel really, really good after taking a nice brisk walk, you know. And right today, it's really cool. I mean, it's seriously a fall day today. I had to put on another layer of clothes. I came outside and I was like, ooh, I didn't know it was this cold out, so I had to put another layer of clothes on. But, yeah, so, you know, you check 2 boxes by doing this walk. And I found this park, and I thank God for this little park. It's actually perfect, and it's only about a half mile from my house. I didn't even know it was here. I had before been just taking a walk down my street and back. Like I'd walk down to the Family Dollar and back, and that was about a mile and a half, something like that. And I was doing that about a year ago, but now so many people have moved into the area that I just don't feel safe doing that walk. You know, it's just too much traffic. So this is perfect because there's no traffic. It's a private little walking trail, not private, but a quiet little family park walking trail. And once again, I'm proud of them because look how clean it is. It's clean. The grass is nice and cut low. Little swing set and little gazebo or whatever you want to call this thing, for the picnicking, a picnic area. It's really nice. So I'll be trying to do this. I'm going to see if I can set a goal to do this walk here every day in the morning. You know, in my book also I mentioned about the fact that when I started, I decided, look, I'm here and this is a great opportunity for me to work on my weight. So I made a strong commitment to get up every morning and walk for an hour. I would get up and I would walk and stretch for an hour. And I'd do that before I started my work assignments, And I got in the habit of doing that, and the weight just started falling off. And some of the ladies in my class, they started noticing that the weight was dropping off, and they were like, "You're losing a lot of weight. What are you doing?" And I said, "Well, every morning I go for a fitness walk. I don't jog, I don't run, I don't do anything but just walk, and then about halfway through I do some stretches, and then I walk back, And so interestingly enough, the ladies started saying, "Well, can I walk with you?" And I was like, "Oh, okay, sure." So one by one, I started adding members to my little walking group. They started joining me. I started out with one lady, and then I guess she told some people. And then next thing you know, I had 3 ladies walking with me. And by the time we was all said and done, there were about 7 or so of us. And everyone didn't always come every single time, but it was kind of like an accountability, a fitness accountability. And, Japanese people are very concerned about health and wellness. They really are. You'll see the senior citizens out in the park at 6 o'clock in the morning doing their Tai Chi, or I think that's what they call it. And they are, stretching and doing motions and that kind of stuff in the park. It's really a cool thing to see. And then after they get through stretching, they will take a walk around the city and pick up trash and throw it away. It's really cool. That's what their seniors do over there. But yeah, I had this little walking group, and it was really interesting that, people decided they wanted to join me. And yeah, it was really cool. So, it's really flattering when someone sees you doing something good and they acknowledge it and make you feel like, okay, this was a good thing to do. I had no intention of trying to get a little walking group together, but one thing it did for me is because other people were counting on me to meet them at the corner store for our walk every morning. It was one thing when I was doing it myself, that was one thing. But then after a while, you start to get a little lazy, like, oh, I don't think I want to go this morning. It's cold out. You start making all these excuses for why you can't, why you don't feel like getting up and getting that exercise in. So it was kind of right on time that people wanted to join me, because when the ladies started joining me, I felt like, okay, I have to be there. I have to be there to meet them in front of the corner store so we can go for our walk. And so it turned out to be a good accountability thing. So yeah, once again, the Metamorphosis of Princess Once again, The Metamorphosis of Princess Kizziemae by Beverly Rivers, which is actually my name. And but Kizzy is my nickname for myself. And I even explained that in the book, why, what the whole Kizzy thing is about. So yeah, pick it up if you're so moved. Give it to someone as a holiday gift if you're so moved. And if you do pick one up, I really would like to know what you think of the book. What you got out of it, if there was anything in there that resonated with you. Because what I would like to do is make a new version, an updated version of the book after I get this weight back down to where I was when I came back here from Japan. So that's about 40 pounds for me. I would have to take off about 40 pounds to get back down to where I was when I got back to America. And that is my goal. My goal is to get 40 pounds off. But I'm not trying to do it in a hurry. I'm not trying to do it to impress anyone. I'm really trying to do it in a way that's going to stick. That's really what matters to me. I want to do it in a way where once it's off, I have changed my habits in such a way that maintaining that lower weight is going to be super easy. That's what I would like to do. So I don't know how many trips around this park I made. I think about 6 or 7. I'm not sure. I'm gonna pause and I'm gonna see how many steps I put in so far. Okay, so I hope that this is blessing you. If you want to join me in my morning walks, because like I said, I don't know what would happen if I go live in the park. I might try it one time, but if it's going to be glitchy, that's no fun. That's no fun at all. And I think part of that has to do with my phone. I have an older smartphone, and so maybe that's part of the problem, trying to do all that. But we'll see. But if you're enjoying these discussions about taking care of your health, please let me know that. Okay, I started doing this to hold myself accountable. I'm back to the counting spots. I'm going to check right now and see how many steps I put in. But let me finish my statement. It's like, if this is something that is helpful to you and you are interested in just having an accountability group, please let me know. I mean, we will just be here to support each other and help each other to, get our health in check. Because seriously, coming up next year, we're coming up on a time where we really need to be healthy and strong. And if you had to leave your house and live in your car, or leave your house with a backpack full of rations or whatever to survive some natural disaster, you need to be able to do that and not just die because you're unhealthy. I mean, that's the way I talk to myself. You don't want to just die because you're unhealthy. If something else takes me out, that's another story. But if I just can't even pitch a tent, can't even find a way to carry my rations on my back, I can't even break a full run to safety, I'm in big trouble. And I don't want to be in big trouble. Okay, so I'm going to pause right here and I'm going to see how many steps I've gone so far. Hang on. Okay, I'm back. So that was 3,645 steps. I'm excited about that. Okay, so I didn't start, let's see, I can probably pick a point to start counting steps to figure out how many of my steps makes one full lap around here. So I'm going to use this spot right here. See the trash can, the bench, and the pole in the White House. Okay, I'm going to use that as my marker for one full trip around the park. So I'm going to start counting right now. So I'm not going to, I usually would count mentally, but I'm going to let my pedometer do the counting, and I'll stop and check it after I get back around one full trip around. I'll check it. So it was at 3,645 steps. Let's see where it's going to be when I get all the way back around. Okay, so as I'm doing that, I think I want to do about 5,000 steps here, because as you know, my goal is to do 10,000 steps a day. I know that when I do 10,000 steps a day, my weight drops. I can feel myself losing weight. I could just feel that little popping sensation under my skin, which means, the fat is burning. And I know that. So between 8 and 10, depending on what I ate that day, I will always be losing some weight. And I just have to be careful of what I'm putting in my mouth. That's just how it works. Less in, more out. So, okay, well, I have chatted about everything I can think of this morning. It would be helpful when I post this video if you would post some questions, some things that you are dealing with your weight loss journey or your health journey, because everybody is not necessarily overweight, but a lot of people, oh my gosh, a lot of people are so unhealthy. I look at people and little slim skinny people with lots of cellulite hanging off of their body, and their skin is not tight, their skin is not healthy. And it's like there's a balance to be had between your weight and your health, So there's a balance that we have to have. And that's what I'm after. I want to be balanced. I want to be, of course, I don't think I know any woman who doesn't want to look good. She wants to look good. She wants to look good in her clothes, men too. All of us, we want to look good in our clothes. We want to look attractive. We want people to compliment us on how well we put that outfit together and how we got that look together. We all enjoy that. And I don't think there's anything really vain or wrong with it. But I think that you could focus on that too much and be so willing to do whatever it takes to be slim, to fit into nice clothes, that you neglect eating right and thinking about your health. Like all these fad diets, they're just fad diets. I mean, that could be maybe that's going to be what I talk about on my next walk. Fad diets, because there's a whole bunch of fad diets, trust me. And I think I've done quite a few of them. I won't say I've done them all, but I've done quite a few of them. Look at this tree. I wonder what these little berry things are. I wonder if they're edible or if they are just pretty and not edible. I'm not going to try it, but I just thought that was pretty. I thought I'd stop and show it to you. So yeah. I'll talk about fad diets another time, because that's like another deep subject. I might have to write about that and put it in my next book, because there's a lot to be talked about when it comes to that. And how, these people tell you all these wonderful things to do, these weight gurus, but you pay all this money to participate in these weight loss things and books and programs and shots and pills and whatever else they got, and then you find yourself sick. All right, so I'm back at the spot, and I'm going to pause here, and I'm going to see what my step count is. Okay, I'll be back. So that's about 480 steps, according to my pedometer, going all the way around. It seemed like it would be more than that, but hey, that's what it said, so I'm going to take it as it says it. And I'm going to keep walking until I get to 5,000 steps, and I'm going to call it a pause, not call it a day, because I still have more steps to do before the day is over. And I'll screenshot it and let you see that I made it to 5,000 steps in this little walk and chat. And I'm just going to encourage you today, get out there and walk. Maybe you're not a gym person. You know, I know that a lot of my friends are holy women of God, and they're concerned about going to a gym and having, you know, body exposure at a gym where, you know, everybody is just got on their little special outfits and stuff. You know, I would just say, hey, you know how to cover your body. Just put some leggings on and a long tunic and go to the gym. Don't let that stop you. You don't have to dress like everybody else at the gym. And I even had on, at the gym, I had on some yoga pants or whatever you want to call it, you know, the exercise, the whole regular thing. But over it, I had a dress that comes to my knees, you know, something loose for me to move in. It was made of that spandexy material, the same kind that your pants are made of. Good morning. And the same material that your yoga pants are made of. It was made of that. So there's nothing being revealed, you know. The neckline was modest. The sleeves were modest. You know, the hemline was modest. There's nothing to be ashamed of. And I actually had someone come over and compliment me on my workout outfit, which I thought was funny. So, you know, I'm just saying that to say, don't let that be an excuse for not going. Okay. And if you feel that uncomfortable going to the gym, for those reasons, for any reason, then you can do just what I'm doing right now. So there's no reason why we can't exercise. You can still get out and walk. And yeah, so I'm going to shut this down. I'm going to make probably a couple more laps until I get to my 5,000, and then I'm going to go into the rest of my day. May the Lord bless you today. May He keep you strong and healthy. I pray that you will, no matter what's happening in the world, I pray that you will see that His hand is upon you if you are His child, and if you're not His child, I pray that you will do what it takes to learn about who God is, the Lord Jesus Christ, so that He has His protection over you no matter what happens in this world, so you can keep your mind right, keep your body right, keep your health right, take care of your family and all you got to do. All right, the Lord bless you. I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye. I guess I should let you at least see that it's really me. I can know you know my voice, but I am going to turn this around so you can see that it's really me today. Yeah, it's me. All right. Have a great day.